A very warm welcome to you. It's always a pleasure to have you for company on this program each week. As you know, we are your source for all the latest happenings in the world of business. My name is Margaret Mary Osiobor. I guess it's in order for me to say compliments of the season. It's amazing how so many people are still not conscious of the fact that Christmas is just days away. Could it be the recession? I don't know, but Christmas is just days away, so start making plans. On this edition of the program, we begin by joining Faith and her vibrant guests on the town hall for the continuation of their explosive session on the insurance industry through the eyes of future practitioners. As always, it's no holds barred. Do take a listen.
How many insurance companies will you see the advert on TV? Okay, I watch TV programs. How many insurance companies? They don't want to spend money on things that can bring money for them.
On this edition also, we'll bring you highlights of the 2017 Corporate Forum and Annual Dinner of the Association of Professional Women Bankers, which took place recently at the Great Banquet Hall, Civic Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. Plus, of course, all the other extras we bring you on this program. What can I say? It's a packed lineup this week, so sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us.
A recent survey said that shows that in less than 10 years from now, people who are referred to as the millennials will take over the world in terms of buying of products and services, in terms of employment, in terms of just name it, they are going to take over the world. Now, you guys are there in the school now, and these are people that also fall into your category. But I'm surprised now what is coming out here. If people are not thinking, even as an industry, the insurance industry, they are not thinking about this crop of young generations that are coming to be their customers, so to speak, and begin to think of innovative products to attract this set of people, maybe in less than 5 years from now. Where do they go from there?
I would like to note this, that we've been talking about these participants in the insurance industry not giving any attention to we that are upcoming. Yeah, it is very, 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 very important, because now our own generation is actually different from theirs. What we are doing now and what we are going to do in the next few years is actually different from how they've been doing it. Change is constant. Yeah. And if you want an effective change, a change that can improve your industry, you have to go back to the roots. And we are the present roots that you can come back to. And you failed us. Failed us in the sense that now when students, I'm a student of Lagos State Polytechnic, when we send students to the labor market for their internship, you find out that maybe out of 100, only 5 students will be able to have a placement in an insurance or a brokerage firm. Or
why is that so? Why?
Because they would not accept us based on the fact that other people from other field of studies maybe have connection there, and they prefer those people to we that we are supposed to be there. You find out that most insurance students will work in hotel
even
as an hotel manager, receptionist.
Even right now, I've been trying a lot to get internship for our students. Like, I've called companies, and what they keep telling me is that financial something. Nobody's telling us to, we are not telling you to pay us. We want to learn. We want to learn to bring ideas. Okay, look at it now. I feel that one area where insurance can grow is let's bring micro insurance. Okay, I worked on micro insurance as a project. It was my final year project. There are people that Nigeria, we have population, there are about 180 million, and out of that 180 million, like 80 million people are, I won't say poor, they are like on the average. And these people, before they can bring out money, how much is it the guy that drives downfall from here to Oshodi that come and insure your house for 500,000, your house of 500,000, pay premium of 50,000. Will you not look at me and say, bros, have you eaten? Because you tell me that, okay, what if nothing happens to my house? Yeah. I can always pray to God and say that, God, don't let disaster happen to me. Yeah, obviously, they are Nigerians, but if you can devise a way that, okay, sir, you travel you travel from Oshodi to this every day. At least if you can pay a premium of, say, 1.5 per month, they will give you a life cover, or will give you a motor insurance cover,
or maybe a third party
liability cover. Most of these guys don't have insurance covers. So that way, the insurance industry, they are not looking at microfinance. Look at the banking industry now. We are supposed to be controlling the banking industry, but they are controlling us. Our capitalization is 15 billion naira compared to banks where they have about 250 billion naira, 300 billion naira. And we are, if a loss should occur, like if anything should happen in the bank now, they come to us that, come and pay them. So how do you pay? You that you have 15 billion, how do you pay someone that is
more liquid
that has more liquidity than
and I think that insurance,
I don't know.
Insurance really they've not been taken into play the different variables. Now, you cannot talk about progress in the economy or in society without looking into demographics, looking into the movement along the social classes. How many people live working class, lower middle class to upper middle class? These kind of things you look at. Like, an apology. I do not think that we make sense of the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics enough. These guys, they're actually trying now. I don't know who the current leaders are in the MBS, but they are rolling out data on a daily basis. Like, go to the website, I'm like, this can happen in Nigeria, wow. But we do not use those things. Now, you talk about youth taking over the world, the millennials taking over the world. It's not in Nigeria. They can take over outside. Nigeria complement. Set story now, Nigeria complement. Not Nigeria, because the thing is, you don't take into play what these people want. Now, if you look at this real estate now, there's a growing allure to youths to be affiliate marketers, to come into, so try to sell something. We know you're not making money, but try to just make. Insurance companies have not thought about it. Okay, how can we just provide, say, okay, so this guy has 10 million. He wants to buy a land of 10 million. He wants to buy a property of 10 million, somewhere around Redeem Camp. Let us, okay, let's do a progressive mortgage scheme. Not independent of the banks now. I know some banks they do insurance business as well, but I think after the revocation of the universal banking license, everything has. But there's still any bank, insurance bank still, bank, sorry,
UBA.
They are not progressive product lines. There's nothing to capture. I want to pay my school fees. What is the plan for me from SS2? Am I being encouraged to save along that line? Is there something that puts me into consideration? And I think that's why the issue of trust is key. You can't tell me as a downfall man to come and buy insurance for my leg. No. for bodily arm. Because there's this term.
Bodily injury.
Yeah, bodily injury. Really? Why? You've not explained now. Okay, I'm a student in the University of Lagos, and I find this very absurd. I'm going to say it. Out of every school fees schedule, there's this line that confuses me. Tertiary institution student health insurance plan.
Or third party.
5,000 naira every year.
Yeah.
So if you've spent 4 years in the University of Lagos, you pay 20,000 naira. Yeah. Nobody has come to explain what kinship is. It is not done at the orientation ceremony. We just know that we have to pay because you don't want to get rusticated. All those kind of things.
You don't even know where the money is going to.
You won't be able to register courses and stuff. What is kinship? Now, you just maybe 2 weeks into the second semester, you just get an alert. Come and receive your ID card, your HMO ID card, health management. What is HMO? What is kinship? You just get this. What is happening?
But when you get the card, do you ever use
My
it?
God. My God. Let's not say things
I've been in the
cause
university
problems.
for 4 years, like Unilag. I paid for T-ship. I don't have T-ship ID card. Like the first set they brought, okay, I was the class governor then. I checked everything. I did not see my ID card till now. I've not got.
How do you enjoy it?
In my school, they call it. I think they call it third party.
Third party what?
Yeah, they just call it third party. So I went. I was like, third party. One motor now. We are not driving cars. So why are we paying for third party? So I went to meet someone, and someone was like, okay, it is for. I think it's for health insurance, something like that. So that when a student have accident or when a student I was like, wow. So far so good. Is there a record of students that have been taken care of? Because I know that students fall sick, as in at intervals. Some have accidents. It's normal. It's normal to happen. But are they being taken care of really? Are they really being taken care of? Well, okay, you are doing third party, and this is something that has to do with insurance. We in the insurance department, we have no idea about this. This is something that it should, on the long run, it should still come through us that, okay, this is what we are doing with the money, this is how it works, this is how this thing goes, the money you are paying, this is the policy that you are covered on. So if when we insurance students know that, okay, this is an insurance stuff, it should give us an edge that, I need insurance policy now. When we have other students from other departments, you can tell them that this is third party. They will understand, not that they are just paying the money and the money is just...
And that way, the insurance companies are not even paying for advertisements. Because if you come to Unilag, like we have close to like 45,000 students, and you do orientation, you have someone come up during the orientation and inform, okay, your T-ship is for your health insurance, you can take it to any hospital that have clear line. I think our own is clear line also. So you can take your card to any clear line HMO or something,
and you are covered, to an extent.
That way, if a student should fall sick at home because it's for a session, or during the session, if a student should fall sick, and you go to the student goes to the health center and they treat the students, and okay, everything is going on fine, I can always tell my friends that see you, that someone in Bowen, that see my school, we run T-ship insurance.
Even your parents will be aware. Your parents will be able to tell somebody else.
I just went to the hospital and they gave me drugs for free. I just paid with my ID card. That way, insurance companies, they are really working hard and everything.
And trust our parents.
Still on engaging the next generation. There is no. I know. I can count the number of companies in the banking financial sector now, the banking subsector, that do boot camps, that do training programs, that do graduate programs. Come, we're not promising you employment. Yeah. Come, let us see what you're worth. I cannot count one insurance company, a single insurance company that does it voluntarily. What we have is students going to meet the lecturers that know
somebody in the industry.
There's no boot camp, there's no summer camp, there's no professional development course.
All we have is insurance picnic.
INS 410, professional development. There's nothing like that. It's absurd, really. We need to look at the banking sector, for example. How has technology allowed us to enjoy insurance? How has demographic changes allowed us to enjoy insurance? Factors.
Okay, now let's talk about innovation. Someone had told me before, a young person had said, that people, especially young people, that they are not readily quick to buy insurance. I said, why? He said, because what they are selling to them is obsolete. Like, they don't have products that are modern enough to want to attract them to key into insurance. And he said, the number of students in the University of Lagos, for example, that have cars. Mm-hmm. How many of them have insurance on those cars? Because they just believe it's a waste of time. Even if the third party, you have to call somebody and be looking around to try and get third party motor insurance for your car, that, whether it's compulsory or not, that insurance, some of the products that they sell is not just attractive, it's not it at all. Okay.
I'm a young man. I don't want to go and queue at any insurance company that want to give me a form for life policy or something. If I can do this thing online,
mobile.
I'm always with my phone. I'm always on the internet. I have subscription 24 hours. I'm always on WhatsApp. I'm always on browsing anything, connecting. So if I can get a policy online, fill the form online, that you don't even need
to see
anyone. Yes, that way you can convince at least 2 in 5 people or 2 in 7 people to pick up policies. I'm talking to my friend, guy, what's up now? Let's take up this policy now. See, I don't have time. I have to go to work. You don't even need to go anywhere. Bring your phone. Let me do it for you. These are ways that we can get innovations that, okay, do it on internet, something, online things and everything. Yes, I'm a youth. Don't think I have the time to give me paper, I will now start writing, filling forms and everything. No. Technology, people, things have gone to the advanced level. We don't have to start writing biro and paper and everything. And I don't know about insurance companies, but we should have online records, internet records, where I can access, okay, a social insurance company just paid a claim of 500 million naira. Wow. So these insurance companies really pay. Do adverts. Like I was talking to a colleague of mine, a friend of mine. She said that she saw one insurance advert, like someone was just standing, a car accident, that she was not like, I think that she doesn't even understand what the advert was even saying. Are you telling me to get a life policy? Are you telling me to get a motor policy? Are you telling me, let's be specific. If you are doing adverts for motor insurance, let's know this is advert for motor insurance. How many insurance companies will you see the advert on TV? Okay, I watch TV programs. How many insurance companies? They don't want to spend money on things that can bring money for them. If you do adverts, look at GTB now, for example now. Anywhere you go, you hear 737.
Everybody
knows this thing. But how many insurance companies can you say this is their slogan?
You don't have them. One of the areas that I actually think we need innovation is, I think insurance companies have actually concentrated on the high class. Exactly. The companies, the elites, and so on. They don't really make policies or produce policies that can actually be beneficial to those on the average or under average class. And why am I saying this? Now, you have concentrated on these people, the elite and stuff. These people already have the idea of what insurance is all about. They already know what insurance is all about. Most of them go abroad and it is compulsory there. That is where the government comes in, where government have to make policies that will at least introduce insurance to people. So now the government is not doing that. You have to go down to the roots. Even those that are elite, those that are well educated, they started from somewhere. They had a root. Not everybody was born with silver spoon anyway. So, but you have to go back to the root. You have to make policies that people can purchase as little as 500 naira. Whether it is life, whether it is property or anything. So that when you are convincing them, when you convince people in Nigeria about bringing out, you can't compare banking. It's so painful that we are now looking at the banking sector as our mentor. It's so painful. They are supposed to be looking at us.
Of course.
Because we are supposed to be providing the liquid they will be using to run their business, but the reverse is the case.
Alright, welcome back. Many thanks for still staying tuned. Moving on now, we bring you highlights of the Association of Professional Women Bankers 2017 Corporate Forum and Annual Dinner, which took place recently at the Civic Center. The theme was Path to Economic Recovery and Restoration. The guest speaker at the well-attended event was Dr. Enase Okonedo, Dean, Lagos Business School. Enjoy it.
The Association of Professional Women Bankers, APWB, was established in 1983 to promote professionalism and the image of women in the banking industry, and to also contribute to the economic development of the nation through workshops, seminars, research, and publications. The association recently put together its 2017 Corporate Forum and Annual Dinner at the Grand Banquet Hall Civic Center, Victoria Island here in Lagos. The theme was Path to Economic Recovery and Restoration. As expected, the women turned out in their numbers, supported of course by their male counterparts. Welcoming members, friends to the Corporate Forum and Annual Dinner, the chairperson of the APWB, Mrs. Marcy Oluwatonyo, said that the Corporate Forum provides a platform for knowledge sharing among members.
The APWB Corporate Forum and Dinner is an annual event organized as an avenue for us to renew contacts, contribute to the body of knowledge while discussing topical issues that affect the economy and country at large, and also to celebrate our achievements during the course of the year. Nigeria is a great country, blessed with human capital and human resources that can be properly harnessed to achieve a good standard of living for every citizen.
In his keynote address, the keynote speaker, Honorable Abiodun Adiola Olasupo, stated that the biggest problem we are faced with as a nation is our attitude.
The biggest problem we are facing as a nation is our attitude. In 2014, 2015, we were all shouting change, change, including myself. Later we realized the change is just to change Jonathan, not to change ourselves. That's the reality we find ourselves now. Because part of what he said is that what we were enjoying in this country before was just a product of corruption. And in the word of a wise man, I've forgotten the person, but I remember the quote correct, that in an environment where corruption thrives, the population will enjoy but a momentary one. By the time the money runs out, we will now face the suffering. So we're complaining today that even yesterday was better. It was what we ate yesterday that we are suffering for today. So the best time now is for us to just get it right and move out of the problem we have found ourselves.
One of the major reasons for the formation of the APWB was the need to more consciously encourage women to sit for the Chartered Institute of Bankers professional examinations, thereby equipping them for higher responsibilities. Delivering the theme of the dinner, Path to Economic Recovery and Restoration, the guest speaker, Dr. Enase Okonedo, said that 81% of the total lending from deposit money banks goes to those borrowing money above 1 billion naira.
We looked at the total amount of credits available from deposit money banks and tried to say, who are they lending to? And it was very interesting. 81% of the total lending from deposit money banks go to borrowers that are borrowing greater than 1 billion naira. 81% to people borrowing more than 1 billion naira. And then we start to come down. The percentage that's borrowing between 500 and 1 billion, we get another 10. Then we look at between 50 and so on and so forth. But the percentage that's borrowing less than 50 million is just 6%. So of the total that's available, of the credit that's available, 6% go to SMEs, those that are borrowing less than 50 million. Those borrowing less than 1 million, and I'm sure the people in your constituency must be far beneath that, is less than 1%. So you find that there is a discrimination, if you like, on account of size of the credits that's been passed on. But then what was further interesting, I thought, okay, so now we've looked at it in terms of where's the money going to. Now let's look at it in terms of what sectors. And it was very interesting. I wasn't so sure that I would remember the sectors and the percentages. So I thought I would make a note of that so that I would not forget where they were going to.
There is no doubt that the existence of the APWB has made a positive impact on the position of women in the banking industry, as more women now sit at top management position and as chief executive officers in various banks. The APWB is currently expanding its membership drive beyond Lagos as part of its focus to continue to promote professionalism and the image of women in the banking industry.
Slowly but surely, we have come to the end of the program this week. I do hope you enjoyed every moment spent with us. Join us again next week for another fresh package, but in the meantime, feel free as always to connect with us on all our social media platforms. You can also visit our website at www.almondfinancereports.com. For those in Ibadan and its environs, you can watch this program on BCOS television every Thursday at 6 p.m. Join us live on Niger FM 102.7 for our program every Wednesday, Waiting Insurance Day DUSEF. You can also pick a copy of our free Pidgin English newspaper. In the paper this month, we discuss claims, planning for retirement, what health insurance covers, and lots more. And in the Street Yarn Corner, we ask the question, between the rich and the poor, who needs insurance? So don't be told to get your copy. My name is Margaret Mary Osiobor. Until next week, from the entire crew, it's goodbye.